The three kinds of veils I'm going to talk about that you must remove every time you confront the Word of God. Three kinds of veil. The first one is the religious prejudices. We must let go of our religious prejudices. A religious prejudice is a religious, it seems spiritual, it looks like it's even Christian, but it is not. Based on how we have encountered the Bible, stories we've heard, and sometimes even from what we call Sunday school, children's church. Some of our Sunday school teachers painted and told us stories that were not biblical, or they wrongly interpreted passages of the Bible to us. I remember my Sunday school teacher one day talking about Adam and Eve in the garden, and when they sinned, and he said, and God sacked them. And God, I can remember, I just hear his voice. He sacked them. He didn't say sack it. He sacked them. And then he says, God will also sack you. He will sack you. And so as a young child, I'm thinking, I don't have to get close to God because I don't want him to sack me. So just something like that imprinted on the child's mind, that if you come close to God, you mess up, he will sack you. Now when the Bible tells you Christ has made a way available for you to come to God, something in your infant mind tells you, hey, it's in the Bible, but be careful, he will sack you. So many of us read the Bible, but there is a religious veil. And that religious veil is a wrong view of the Bible that we have had for a very, very long time. It seems like you know the Bible, but all that you know is wrong. Religious prejudices, using the Bible as a magical book. Some even believe that if you recite certain portions of the Bible 7 times, 3 times, things will happen. And we have grown with it. We are still born again, but when you are in trouble, you say, I have to recite Psalm 23 7 times. Some people believe if you open the Bible and put it under your pillow, you'll be fine. Some of us see the Bible as a very magical book. It works magic. Now, sometimes, people send all these pictures, a house is burnt and only the Bible is not burnt. I understand the sentiment. I don't like those things. Because the Bible is not a magical book. It's not, don't give magical powers to it. Because if you do that, you will treat the book in a way different from the way it must be seen. It is not the book, it is the word in the book. It is the word in the book. Even when it burns, the word is not burnt. So I don't care whether the house burnt and the Bible burnt, because the word of God cannot be burnt. So if it didn't burn in a house, fine. What if the Quran too is not burnt? What if some other book is not burnt? Are you then going to say because it didn't burn, it now has some supernatural power? No, that's not how we approach the word of God. It's not the book, it's the word. And it cannot be burnt. So when you approach the Bible, don't put on a religious veil. I remember when we were kids, if somebody stole, they'll pick a Bible, open it somewhere in the middle. I don't know which psalm they open to, whether Psalm 119 or something like that, and put a key in it, tie a rope around, and then 2 people hold it. And then you say, Bible, Bible, if I'm the one. So I'm in Mensa and Mensa. And because we're seeing the book as magical, the book was printed in a printing press, but the word came from God. Don't idolize the book. Trust the word. And the religious veil must come down so we don't see the Bible as magical, but a place where we go to read the word of God so we can become who he says we must become. So the first thing, let go of your religious prejudices. That veil must go.